By the time I was 15 and I had that opportunity of having that record, you start having media, on you, and I'm thinking, my shoulders are not big enough to carry this. I need to find power.
Hmm.
I couldn't find it in the church, so I went to the occult. I said, okay, maybe it's over here. So I started dabbling with the occult, saw power there, but it was scary.
Hmm.
So I had that dichotomy for a while, looking for answers in life.
I want to
But
get to the money shot, but I do got to ask you about what
okay,
you saw, because I think that would be interesting for people to see too, to know that
on
there's
the dark
power.
side.
Yeah.
So on the dark side, I just started out by reading some books on mind control and whatnot. But then I was kind of intrigued, with seances, and I done only one of them because it scared all of us that were present. Literally, we saw some manifestation, and we all freaked out and said no more. But many times it was weird because I would have certain moments where something from within would draw me toward a mirror. So I would be looking at a mirror, staring at my pupils, and then all of a sudden it's almost as if you were going inside of you, and everything was completely black. It's weird. And then you're feeling almost like a volcano erupting. You know that if you continue to focus that way, something is going to happen, and I would just cut it off
Yeah.
because I was scared. But I had strange things, happening in that realm. But then when I came to the U.S., I decided I'm not going to go to church anymore. This is it. And I almost threw a challenge to God. Kind of an arrogant. It's pretty pathetic. It's part of the personality. But
Yeah.
I don't see. Maybe arrogant is a strong word, but it was almost a challenge. God, I know you're there because I've experienced certain things with you in the past. But if you really care, come and get me.
Hmm.
And that was my cry out to him. And then within about a week, something pretty intense happened. So it was kind of a Pauline conversion. Basically, I was drawn back to that area where I threw out the challenge, which was a beach behind my house up in Northern California, and basically I felt enveloped by this power and was scaring me because I didn't know if it was evil or good.
Hmm.
Remember when I was doing the evil thing, I was kind of in control of it. I could shut it off. This was overwhelming.
Mm.
I couldn't shut anything off.
Yeah.
And that's why I was scared at first. And I heard the first sentence. Obviously, it wasn't a voice, like an audible voice, but it was much stronger than just a thought.
Yeah.
And was, in essence, saying, "Oh, Peppo, you think you have a lot of friends, but you're alone." And that went right through my heart. I'm going,
Mm.
"Oh, ouch, that hurts." And I realized, yeah, on campus, I got all the girls hanging around, the guys hanging around because they want to meet the girls, but who cares
I
about
saw
me?
some of your commercials back in the
So,
day. So.
and then the second sentence was, "Peppo, you don't know how to love others because you love yourself too much."
Mm.
Again, another stab right in the heart.
Yeah.
Realizing, yeah, many times I'm doing things for people, but am I really doing it for them or for my own self gratification so that I can pat myself in the back? And then the third basically was, look at the qualities that you have, but give me praise and credit for it. Don't
Mhm.
take it for yourself. And so that sensation went away. So I decided I better go to church, tomorrow. That was on a Saturday. So I went to church, and the message had 3 points. And the 3 points were exactly the same thing that I heard the day before.
Mm.
So that really caught my attention. I said, "Oh, whoa, 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 there is something going on. Obviously, you're communicating to me." And that night I had a dream. I dreamed this girl, and I saw her on campus only once. So next morning, Monday morning, I go to college, and it was the first official swimming practice. And who shows up? This girl. So I go up to her and say, "Hey, my name is Peppo, and I had a dream about you last night." She was like, "Whoa!" It was this weirdo,
No, boys.
coming
Remember
on,
that one.
coming on like this. And so we start talking, and it turns out that she was a very committed believer. So she invited me to her church, and I went to her church. And then the pastor said, "Hey, we have a retreat this weekend. Why don't you come up?" So I went to the retreat, and they all had experiences because they had a bonfire going, and they were singing songs. I didn't even know the songs, but one by one they stood up and they said, "I was saved 5 years ago. I was born again 3 years ago. Saved, born again." Came to my turn. I said, "I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Saved from what?"
Yeah.
No, born again just didn't make any sense, right?
Yeah, we'll jump into
Sometimes
this,
we
but
get
you-
all these cliches, and for a non-believer, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, we'll jump into this. But so you had here maybe, but not here.
I didn't have much even in here.
You had nothing, okay.
So bottom line, the pastor said, "Hey, if anybody's in need, come on up and we can pray." So I went up and I told him, I said, "Hey, I don't understand what this business about being born again is. Can you explain that?" And he just went straight into a prayer of salvation.
Yeah.
Repeat after me. So I was repeating. I maybe understood 70% of what he was saying because my English wasn't that good. And so he gave me a hug at the end, saying, "Oh, now you're saved." And I felt trapped. I said, "What did he do?" I didn't ask him to do it. I asked him to explain what that is.
Mm-hmm.
So it was complete rejection. Reed
Yeah.
was like, "I don't want to talk to you anymore. I want to see that girl. I want to see him." I had 180. And that lasted maybe 3 weeks. And then I went camping with a friend on the beach, still in Northern California. Set up the tent late at night, windy, and I couldn't sleep. So I got out, and as I was walking, I felt like I had 500 pounds on my shoulders, just putting me down on my knees. And my pride was just picking me up and saying, "No, you on your knees, never." And maybe I did 3 steps, and I literally collapsed. And basically, I felt like God's hand just grabbing my heart and just pulling it. And I said, "Okay, I think now I understand. You want this. You don't want this."
Yeah.
When it's convenient for me.
You can catch brand new episodes of Indie Thinker with Reed Uberman every Monday and weekly bonus episodes to keep you thinking throughout the week. But you have to subscribe and click the bell to be notified when new episodes drop. If you enjoy this content, make sure to like this video and share it with friends.